If you are a ServiceNow developer or aiming to be one, the playbook you used in 2024 is now outdated. I see resumes listing script includes and portal customizations as top skills, and quite frankly, in 2026, that's becoming the baseline, not the differentiator. The ecosystem is shifting. We aren't just building apps anymore. We are producing autonomous agents and moving towards federal grade standards. What can be the cost of inaction for your career? You become the legacy guy, maintaining the old stuff while the salaries and the interesting work move to the new Pro Plus modules. So, I am giving you the 5 key shifts for 2026 that will define your market value. I will tell you what the certifications won't, with specific tasks to future-proof your resume. So let's debug your career path. Point number 1. Agentic AI versus the chatbot dev. We are moving from Gen AI, which just summarizes text, to agentic workflows. This means the system autonomously interprets intent, pulls context, and executes actions across systems. It's not about writing a script to fix something, it's about training an agent to fix it hundreds of the times a day without you. Most devs think this means learning more Python or JavaScript. The reality is that coding is being replaced by governance orchestration. With tools like the AI Control Tower, the value isn't in creating the agent, it's in configuring the guardrails so the agent doesn't hallucinate and act in ways that it shouldn't. The code is now the policy. So, what should you do? Learn the AI Control Tower interface. Don't just build a flow. Go into the new AI governance settings and learn how to set up an audit trail for an autonomous agent. Put AI governance and orchestration on your resume, not just Flow Designer. Point number 2, the OneGov standardization effect. ServiceNow has standardized its offering for the federal government via the OneGov deal, covering 400 plus agencies. This is driving a massive push for standardization across the entire ecosystem, even in the private sector. Most devs pride themselves on building complex and custom widgets. The reality is that in 2026, customization is a blurry word. With the federal sector driving the roadmap, the highest paid architects are the ones who know how to avoid scripting by using the standardized out-of-the-box features that comply with strict regulations. For practice, you can take a custom requirement from your current sprint. Force yourself to solve it using only standard configuration or store apps with 0 lines of code. If you can't figure out why, that gap is your learning path. Alright, point number 3. The money is in ISM, not just IT. Enterprise Service Management or ESM is the consolidation of HR, finance, and customer service onto the platform. HR service delivery is growing 40% year over year, and finance workflows are up 60%. Most people still introduce themselves as the ITSM developers. The reality is that ITSM is the commodity skill. The supply of ITSM developers is high. The supply of developers who understand the HR onboarding workflows or the finance procurement operations is comparatively low. And that gap is where you can get hired for a higher salary. I suggest you pick a non-IT major. Commit to learning one non-IT data model this month. Go look at tables for SNHR Core for HR or the Finance Operations Workspace. Understand the data structure of a case versus an incident. That brings us to point number 4, the RPA learning curve trap. ServiceNow is pushing RPA, robotic process automation, to connect legacy systems. It's sold as the final mile of automation. Many experts complain that ServiceNow's robotic process automation tool is clunky and hard to use compared to software built specifically for that job. Instead of spending months learning a frustrating system, it's usually better to just use APIs like Integration Hub. That is the modern standard that most companies actually prefer. Before you dive into the RPA, become an expert in REST steps and Integration Hub connectors. That is the clean automation skill that every employer wants. Leave the RPI for when there is literally no other option. And here's the last one, point number 5, which is the Pro Plus resume filter. ServiceNow is aggressively monetizing via Pro Plus SKUs, ITSM Pro Plus, CSM Pro Plus, which bundle the advanced AI features. Recruiters and ATS bots are starting to filter for specific product line experience. Simply saying ServiceNow admin is too vague. Companies paying for Pro Plus want to see experience with Pro Plus AI capabilities explicitly listed. They need justification for the premium they are paying. What can you do? Go to the ServiceNow docs and memorize the specific feature's name included in Pro Plus. For example, Now Assist for Creator. Update your LinkedIn profile to specifically mention these SKUs if you have worked on them. Don't make the recruiter assume. Here is your career cheat sheet for 2026. AI skills. Don't just learn to build bots. Learn to control them so they don't break things. Second, coding. Stop writing custom code. Using the standard settings is now a more valuable skill. Number 3, expansion. Don't just be an IT person. Learn how HR or finance works to boost your salary. Next is automation. Don't get stuck with frustrating RPA tools. Master Integration Hub instead. And the next is resume. Update your profile with the exact product names like Pro Plus that recruiters are actually searching for. So, what's the conclusion? The AI is getting very good at writing code. That means your value isn't about typing syntax anymore. It's about knowing what to build and why. The AI can write the script for you, but it can't decide if that script solves a real business problem. That is your job. Like the video if you find it helpful, subscribe for more such tips, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.